Today we have a 2012 Infinity QX56, and there is a crankshaft sensor fault code P0335. Let's start off with a self-test and see what we have. So we got one code inside the PCM, that is our 335 crank sensor circuit. We'll go into scan data from here. Alright, so I just got the engine RPM pulled up. Let's start the vehicle. We had a few hard starts before, but right here we can see we have an RPM, so more than likely our crank signal is, I guess you could say it's somewhat there. Let's go ahead and put the oscilloscope on it and see what we have. Okay, so I have the crank signal on our blue trace. Our red trace is our cam on bank 2. And I just put up the cam just so I know where the 720 degree mark is. So as far as our crank, we can see we have what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 sync notches. And every other sync notch right about here, it kind of looks like we have this dropout. Once again, here we have a dropout. And this pattern is pretty consistent throughout the entire waveform. So the dropout is question number 1. Do we have a bent reluctor wheel? Now this transmission was replaced in the backyard, and there is also another issue, and let me show you. Service information shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sync notches, and we have what appears to be 4. Now I don't know if service information, I don't know if this pattern is correct. I don't see why it would be incorrect. I don't have a known good on IATM or anywhere else. Is it possible that this service information is wrong? It could be. Maybe we just have a bent tone ring and that might fix it. However, I got to do some more investigating and ask this guy, did he swap out the reluctor wheel from another engine? You know, what does it look like? There's just so many questions I still got to ask this guy, and usually these jobs are just a complete catastrophe when this stuff gets done in someone's backyard. But I'll be back. Okay guys, so I just answered both of the questions that I had. Question number 1, why the consistent dropout in the signal? So I took out the crank sensor, put an inspection camera inside the bore, and we're looking at a good tooth on the reluctor wheel. Then I had an assistant turn the crankshaft, and not even long after that we uncovered a broken tooth on the reluctor wheel. So this explains our consistent dropout. This vehicle will need a flex plate. So question number 2, service information shows us we should have 6 sync notches within our 720 degrees. They also state this is for a VK56 VD engine. If I come on to Nissan Fast, put the VIN in, they show us we do have a VK56 VD. Strange. Now the only picture I could find of a flex plate on the internet was this. This is for VK56 VD, and we can see 1 sync notch here in the upper left, another sync notch here in the lower right, 2 sync notches within 1 rotation. We take our 2, multiply it by another 2 for 2 rotations, so we should have 4 sync notches within our 720. Right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm no longer worried about the mechanic possibly swapping out the flex plate with the wrong one, or am I worried about the vehicle coming to him with the wrong flex plate? All this vehicle is gonna need is a brand new flex plate, and that should fix this fault code. Like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching.